Alright YouTube, EcwNumbaWan back here again. I'm going to do a belt collection video for you today, and this will detail all the belts I have that I own currently in my collection, homemade and replicas, and I think 9 belts I've never videoed because they were all that bad, like my first ever belt that I've got lying over there. So yeah, just get started because 15 minutes, there's a lot of belts to go through. So yeah, V2 Undisputed Replica belt. I'm not going to go through all the details on any belt because there's too many belts to go through for the time. So V2 Undisputed Replica belt with paint scrape done by me, so it's got a two-tone effect. My favourite replica, I've bought the 6th plate WWF Big Eagle right there. My favourite belt that I've bought, like I said. The V2 Big Gold WWE replica belt with Triple H nameplate that came with it. I would, if I can find a Chris Benoit nameplate or just a blank nameplate, I'll change it to that. Because I don't really like having wrestlers' names on it unless it's, I was thinking Eddie Guerrero for this, Chris Benoit for that, but don't know. Loads of people say the Divas belt is my best homemade belt. I'm not going to agree with that. I don't think it's my best belt. I will eventually restrap this onto my fake leather vinyl stuff I use, but until then, there is the Divas belt. The silver ECW belt, I made this a week after, or the week that it was revealed on ECW, because WWE.com put photos up of it, so I thought, wow, I got to make that belt. It's pretty cool. Was not a big fan of it at the time, but I do quite like it now, even though it's not around anymore. So yeah, I made that a week after it came out in 2008. It's not all that bad, I don't think. I might eventually redo it, actually. Down here, my two 2007 ECW replica belts. This is the original, how it came as a replica, well, on the leather strap that comes from Figures Inc. And this is the 2007 repainted one that I recently got back from my cousin that I lent it to. This is actually on real leather. I re-leathered it because when I got it back from my cousin, it was not in the best condition. So if you can see the custom tooling I did and the backing to cover up all the screws, and it's pretty damn flexible if you can see there. Oh, I'm falling over. So yeah, oh, I don't like putting the plates on the floor. So yeah, that's my real leather 2007 stay replica belt, repainted, as you can probably see there compared to that. If you want to count this belt in my collection, then I will. I will count it, 'cause I made this in like one day, like 6 years ago, 2004 at some point. I was bored, could not be bothered starting a real sized belt, so I made the little US miniature belt. I actually quite like it. I might do another mini belt just because it was quite fun. Just a one-day project. My most expensive belt to make, the $1 million. You can probably tell why. Hint, hint. The rhinestones that flood the whole of the center plate. I thought this was probably one of the most difficult belts to make because of all the linking I had to do to each plate and cutting out all the dollar signs to make the strap of it. But yeah, it's one of my favourite belts that I made. I think it came out brilliantly. I might eventually redo it just because I could probably do it a hell of a lot better now. Here is my NWA Domed Globe belt. There it is. As you can see, it's one of my earlier belts, but I think it was the belt that kind of got me really into belt making. I was just like, yeah, I want to try a like well-known classic belt, so I decided to do this because I was a big fan of the thick strap going all the way around it. So I made this, and I think it came out really well. I'm really happy with this belt. So NWA Dome Globe, I wish to one day have these two in replica form, maybe. Oh, one of my custom belts, the LT Adding Laughter to Injury belt. This was just a belt I made a few years ago for my amateur jackass group, which I just decided to put the members' names all along on the center plate, what am I talking about, side plates, there, and the LT logo there. So Adding Laughter to Injury belt. One of my, well, not my favourites, but one of the best belts I think I've made, the IC Intercontinental WWE version. Right there, not much to say about it really. I'm having to rush this, sorry, but YouTube time restraints and I've got a hell of a lot of belts to do. So, IC belt. Most of these belts, especially the homemade ones, if you want to see more details, go on to the video me revealing when I first made it. You'll find almost all of these apart from like 8 or 9. So if you want more details, go on to those videos. Okay, here's my custom wing title. I never bothered to finish this because I was actually going to sell it to someone, but then they started getting really bitchy about it. So I decided to keep it, and then I thought maybe I'll sell it to someone else, and I didn't have any good enough offers that I thought was worth the time and money I paid to actually make this belt, so I just left it, and I didn't have any logos on it. I might just logo it with Alti logos or something, maybe call it the Alti Light Heavyweight Cruiserweight belt or something. If you think I should finish this and re-logo it with a company or something logo, comment below and just leave what you want, because I'll put the logo there, there and there. Here's my US spinner belt, homemade version. It's one of my favourite belts. It was a difficult one as well. I had to burn all these details into the place. These are all rhinestones all around. There's the burn details again. The US spinner part, and if you can see it there, red, white, blue stitching all the way around the main part of the belt, just like on the real and replica. Here's my non-spinning classic US belt. It's I was going to say it's the first belt I used the straps like this on, but that was actually the spinner WWE belt that I sold maybe a year or two back now. But yeah, that's the first belt I kept. I used the better fake leather vinyl, the really flexible stuff on. So I really like this belt. It's one of my favourites. It's really flexible, like all the belts on the strap are. But yeah, really like that belt. Here's the belt that I think is the best belt I've ever made. It is the TNA World Heavyweight belt. I spent so long making this belt. There's the silver and gold tip, because the original was made by Dave Milliken, and I'm a huge fan of his work. And I thought, wow, I want to at least try do this belt justice for all the details on it, on the real belt. So I thought, wow, I'm spending as much time as I can on this, and I think it was worth it, because I got all the details I could out of it. This is all wood. Details are very hard to do in wood, but I think I nailed it there. Really proud of this belt. It's my favourite that I've made, like I said. So there you go, the TNA World Heavyweight belt. There's a Nexus. You're either Nexus or against this logo I painted. Here's my ECW original replica belt wall, original Taz, classic tag, and a 2004 version, WWE version of the ECW TV. That's my first belt I ever bought, actually. I'm hoping to eventually, if I come across the purple logoed ECW TV belt, I'll get that and hang it in its place. But I'm not going to get rid of that because it was my first ever belt, so I'll keep it. First ever replica, should I say. So I'm going to keep that. And yeah, ECW replica belt wall. The two spinner belts, had to have them together because, well, why wouldn't I? Not much to say about them. Everyone does videos describing them, so there's not much point of me doing it. You all know it, just spin. There you go. Here is my Champion of Scotland belt. All the belts on the floor and wall bed now, apart from the tag belts, which I've not found a place on the wall yet. All of these are belts that I've left and now put in my garage because I didn't think they were good enough to stay in my room. So all these belts here have been demoted to my garage and on the floor there. So yeah, Champion of Scotland belt. I actually did like this belt when I made it, but it didn't get that good reception because of, well, a lack of detail all the way around it, but oh well. One of my least favourite belts I've made, the Undisputed V2. I made this belt thinking, wow, I really want to do that belt really well. When it came out finished, I was like, fuck, I did this shit. It's an awful job I did, and I really don't like this belt. Oh yeah. Here's my Heartgram hymn belt. I was really proud of the strap and everything, and the plate. I really liked the Heartgram thing I did, and when I uploaded it with the hymn song Your Sweet 666, and due to YouTube copyrights I had to take that off, and I put Finger 11 one thing, which I used on all my belt videos back then, and I thought it really ruined the video, because the whole point of it was it's about the band Him. YouTube wasn't letting me use the music, and I was just like, oh fuck, that's just ruined this whole video. I've had so many comments saying, yo, why you not use the Him song in it? But the reason is I couldn't. Here's my EcW custom belt. I only did this because I had a spare strap lying around. So yeah, I quite like it. I just did loads of random stuff. Had fun with that belt. Well, there's a reason why. This was my third ever belt that I made. I did it in a day. That's all it took. And it's pretty shit. There's a reason why I've not videoed these belts. And that's because they weren't really worthy of it. But yeah, I did this when I was like 11 or 10 or something. And, well, it's a lot better than some of the belts I see on YouTube, if I'm honest. 2007 EcW belt. This is the plates that had this strap on it. I really added it. Plates aren't all that bad, actually. I quite like them. This was originally a classic, then I repainted it when they did it. They brought it back into WWE. So yeah, here's my second ever belt, US spinner belt. Look at the size of that plate. That's fucking tiny. And the plates are just dreadful. Like, I really don't like this belt, but it's my second ever belt. And well, when you're like 12 or whatever age I was, but I think I was 12 actually, it's not half bad. Da 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 da. Here's my first ever belt. The WWE spinner belt. I made this a week after Cena revealed it, and before anyone calls me upon that saying, wow, the Raw plate wasn't there when he revealed it, I'd changed that plate when he came over to Raw. I had the SmackDown plate originally. I ripped it off when he came over to Raw and replaced it with that. So yeah, there it is, and I changed that plate up a bit. And this used to spin quite well, and then, well, it broke, obviously. And removal, Velcro nameplate, awesome. You can probably see a big difference between the quality. This isn't even that good a belt anymore. This was one of my best ones. This is my most viewed belt on YouTube. Don't understand why, to be honest, but I thought I did it okay. This was a belt I was really proud of at the time. The spin's not bad anymore. But yeah, I might eventually redo it because it's not all that good, but I'm quite proud of it, to be honest. Here is one of my probably 5th or 4th belt that I made, the US non-spinner version. I thought it was okay. It's a belt that I just like to have fun with because it was a simple design. It was okay for the age I was. Here's my Take the Piss TNA X Division. Look at the shine on that. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, there's just random shit I drew on it. I just did 2 TNA belts back then, just to take the piss. Just because I'm not a big fan of TNA. I think nowadays they're just gone downhill. Here's a DX belt I did. Just had fun with this actually. It's meant to be really, it's a kid size, you could call it. Just DX logo, and just, I had fun with that belt. And here's my TNA World belt. It's even got a little TNA shark kind of thing hanging on to it for no apparent reason. TNA logos, just random stuff. It's shit, I know, but I had fun with it just to take the piss out of TNA a few years ago. Hardcore belt. Yes, that is a Pepsi tin right there. Pepsi tin. Tango. Yeah. And just like wire tape, duct tape, masking tape, parcel tape. My newest belt. Wow, there's a big quality difference when you look at these to this one. The WWE WWE Tag Team belt. The Roman Spartan design. I do like this belt. I thought I did it quite well, even though this colour shows up really strangely on the videos. It's not bad. So yeah, we're running out of time. A minute, I think. Yeah, these belts, you can basically look at my video descriptions of them if you want to see more details. My Champion of Scotland belt, Alti belt, right there with the Scottish Lion, the chains linking them. The Hogan 86 and IC current WWE version belts. My ECW wall, painted ECW logo, ECW Classic, TV, SAG and FTW. Yu-Gi-Oh painting I did. White strapped wing eagle with the chrome silver behind each and in between the wings. I do like that belt. I wish I could have curved it, but the plates were too thick. But yeah, I thought it came out alright. White strap, classic IC with the tooling on the strap there, as you can see. But yeah, I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to have to quickly go through this. This is the snakeskin backing WWF version of the Smoking Skull belt. Ugh. So yeah, that's 15 minutes up now, so that's my belt collection. There's 48 belts if you want to count in that all across this room, so that's what I've currently got. This was EcwNumbaWan belt collection. Comment, rate, subscribe, peace.